Hello everybody, it's Vincent Grasso and welcome back to my channel. And all I have to say is let's get these demonstrations started, shall we? ORCAM 2.0, here we go. Well, welcome back everybody, and today I'm going to demonstrate all the ORCAM can do. And there is a lot, so I got to condense this down and make sure this video isn't super long, but I'm going to do it the best I can, and I'm going to try to articulate and audio describe it in the best way I can. So this is going to be like a school session, so hopefully you guys come back to my videos. I will note ORCAM does have their own YouTube channel, and I am going to put a link to the instructions down in the description because they do a way better job than probably I'm going to do, but the fact is, it's really hard to find the English instructions. Every time I have to go there to check on something or rethink or do something with the ORCAM, I have to go on like a whole safari just to find the instruction videos because there are so many languages on this device that there's a lot of instruction videos for all those languages. So I figured this might help you guys, future reference. If you don't need to go to them, you can always come to me or vice versa. We'll work together because the ORCAM is a great product. So, I'm going to start off by saying one thing. The last video I did, I said in there towards the end of the review video that when I would go to a store and it's too crowded, like with clothing on racks and all this stuff, it would every 2 seconds go off. I didn't mean to make it sound like it was every single time. This does not happen to me every single time, and I wanted to get this off my chest. It does happen, but it's not every single time. If it was every single time, I wouldn't recommend this product, especially for the price tag. So, just wanted to let that out there. I did so much editing, condensing it down. It was an hour of talking, and what happened was I had to condense it down to as little time as I could. So a lot of those things that I said and got lost in translation. So I just wanted you to know that. It's a weight off my chest. So I feel better now. Just let you know, it's not going to happen all the time. But it did. So, alright. Now let's get started with number 1, the time and the date. So how do you tell the time and the date? Well, the ORCAM reads knuckles and fingernails. And that's how most of these functions are started and stopped and so forth, which we're going to learn right now. So in order to tell time, you're going to have to make a fist. You know, just close your hand, and then what I want you to do, with the back of your hand, the back of your fist facing you, you're going to put it in front of your face. I know you would think that you would look at your wrist to tell the time because we're so used to having watches, but in the ORCAM's case, it reads your knuckles. You might be able to look at your wrist and you'll still catch it, but it won't be catching it as accurately as you would want. So try to get your fist as close to where you think the camera's point of view is. Now, like I said, the ORCAM takes practice, but over time you're going to know exactly where to put your hand and your fist and everything. It's just going to be like, you know, nothing to you. So I'm going to demonstrate right now, telling the time. I'm going to put my fist up with the back of my fist facing me, and then when I hear the beep, I'm going to lower my hand.
The time is 11:08 a.m.
So it told me the time is 11:08 a.m. Now, I'm going to do it again. So say you want to know the time, but you want to know the date as well. So this is simple. Do the same process. Close your fist, put your hands up to your face with your back of your fist facing you, and hold it even past the first beep until you hear the second beep. As follows.
The time is 11:09 a.m. Today is Tuesday, November 19th, 2019.
So I heard the second beep, and I then took my hand down. So that is how you tell the time and tell the date. Alright everybody, now we're on to number 2, and that is going to be reading text. It's not only going to be reading text, I'm going to show you how to pause it, how to restart it, how to stop it, and how to navigate through text. Now we're going to do text reading. So books, not only will it read books, it'll read screens like your phone, it will read your computer screen, so forth. It's just amazing what this ORCAM device will read and how far it will read, but we'll get to that. So right now I want to start off by showing you two examples, a book and my phone. So it's going to read maybe a notification. I don't know, whatever pops up on my phone first is what we're going to read. So I'll demonstrate that. But I want to start off by letting you know, just like telling the time, it's not your knuckles, it's going to be your fingernails that the ORCAM wants to read. So what you're going to do is you're going to put your finger, pointer finger, pointing at whatever it is you want it to read. However, make sure your fingernail is in view of the camera. So wherever you think that text may be in front of you, make sure you point in that direction. Doesn't have to be anywhere in particular, just has to be towards the text. So we're going to start off by the phone. I'm going to demonstrate right now. And then just so you know, when my finger is red, it'll beep, and then I'm going to move my hand immediately away. And you can move the device or anything you were pointing the ORCAM at also. It does not to keep reading. It takes a photo and then it works that way. So let me turn.
Screen off. 53 meters. The amazing blind magic guide dogs of the day.
There you go. That's a shout out for you. The amazing blind magician. I just read a notification from him. He's getting a guide dog right now. I'm so happy for him. The amazing blind magician. Well, can't wait to see the dog in a future video. All right. That was for you, Ryan. Nice shout out for you. All right. So next demonstration will be a book. So not only am I going to show you how to read the text, I'm going to show you how to pause it, how to stop it, and how to restart it. So pause, restart, and stop is the order I will go in. But there's also something cool. When it's reading, you can also fast forward and you can rewind. So say you didn't hear something, you can rewind and go back. Now, how do we do this? I'm going to tell you before I start. So all the same rules apply. It has to read your fingernail. However, when you want to pause it, you're going to double tap the middle of the ORCAM device on the side of your head. Yes, that's going to take practice. I still mess up till this day on that, but you will eventually figure it all out. And I don't do it half as often as I used to. So I'm going to double tap, and then the ORCAM will beep, and it'll beep, and it'll beep, and so on for about 3 minutes. And you can change the time in the settings, which we'll get to that in my next video. But if you want to fast forward, what you're going to do is from the back of the ORCAM, there's a line going through the middle of the device, and you can feel it. It's very tactile. So you're going to swipe from the back to the front, and it will fast forward. If you go from the front of the ORCAM, slide it against it to the back, towards the back of your head, it will rewind the ORCAM. So let's start off by reading. What do we do when we buy books? Well, if you used to be sighted, you know this. You look at the back or you look at the front 2 pages. So I always pick up a book and I read the back. Well, now I'm visually impaired. I got to have the ORCAM do it. So let's demonstrate.
Since Night Shift was published more than 35
And it's reading flawlessly. Stephen King book, by the way. So let me pause this. I'm gonna middle, double tap. And now it's beeping. For 3 minutes, I can go do a dish, I go get a cup of coffee, and I come back and continue my book. And then just double tap again, and it will start. Cool, right? So now I missed something. I want to go and back and check it again. Now it went backwards, a whole sentence. We'll go forward, and it skipped forward a whole sentence. That's really cool. Now, what do you do when you want to stop? There's 2 ways to stop it. You can either tap once on the side or put your hand up and make a stop sign, and it stopped it. Now, it showed the back of my hand. I put my palm out with all my fingers showing so the camera could see all my fingernails, and it stopped reading. But it won't start again only if you paused it. So that stopped it completely. Now if I redo it, it's going to want to redo the whole page all over again. Now, what happens if it only reads half of the page in a book? Say it misses the words and it can't read it. It will tell you it can't read it, and then you just do the same thing on the same page. Your finger does not have to be any in particular spot, and it will start reading only from where it couldn't read before. So you don't have to go through the whole page all over again. You could just start from where you stopped. And I think that is an amazing, amazing thing with this device. So that's how you do text reading. Okay, now we're going to learn reading barcodes and product reading. Okay, so this is what I have 3 items in front of me. 2 are peanut butter. I know they're peanut butter because I live here. And then I got a Gatorade. Now, what kind are they? So the way my vision is, if I'm in a grocery store, I see this bottle, I know it's a Gatorade because of the shape of the bottle, the orange cap on the bottle, and maybe, not really, but I mean, I know there's a G there, okay? Because I see a little bit of the G. Anyway, so I know it's a Gatorade, but I don't know what kind it is. And I have a hard time telling certain colors. So like in here, I don't see what color it is at all because the foggy gray in my vision doesn't even allow me to. So I'm assuming it's gray. But anyway, we're not going to delve into that. So if I wanted to know what it is, all I got to do is find the barcode on it. And, well, that could be a challenge.
10 hours later.
So I'm placing the bottle about a foot in front of my face. I have it in a spot where I'm pretty sure the camera's going to see it. And I found the barcode, and I'm going to point at the barcode. Come on. Oh, I'm not at the barcode. Blind moment.
Another 10 hours
I am going to find the
later.
barcode. I'm going to point to the barcode and it will tell me. So I'm going to point where it's a foot in front of my face and then move my finger as soon as I hear the beep. Future note. If you're pointing at something and it's not reading it, just move your head around until it finds your hand. That is a good little piece of advice, little tip. So here we go. I'm going to point at the Gatorade, at the bar where I'm pretty sure the barcode is, and it's going to read it to me.
Gatorade Frost Riptide Rush Thirst Quencher 32 fluid ounce plastic bottle.
Nice. It did its job just fine. And let's see if it can read the front. I think. Oh, I gotta find the words first.
Thirst Quencher Riptide Rush.
Nice. So there you go. It might take practice. As you can see, I can't catch it because I can't see the letters. I'm taking guesses. So you're gonna have to be doing the same thing as me. Now I got 2 things of peanut butter, which one is Jif and one is a generic kind. So it might be able to read one because Jif is a known product, and it might not be able to read the other. However, just use the ORCAM to read the label anywhere on it, and you will get a good consistent. So let's do this one more time. I'm going to find the barcode for Jif.
Another 10
Somewhere.
hours later.
I am going to read the peanut butter bottle.
Peanut butter creamy 28 ounces. Pack of 20.
There you go. Now, what if you can't read the barcode? It's not entered in the system. Like generic stuff. You're going to have to read the bottle. So, let's see.
Creamy peanut butter 90. Gluten-free. Vegan. USA ground protein per serving.
There you go. It's good enough for me. I'll get it. Sounds good. It's gluten-free and it's organic and it's peanut buttery goodness. So there you go. That is how you read products. Now, I have a tip for you guys. If for some reason you don't want to point at everything. You don't always have to. You can just tap the side of the ORCAM device one time, and that alone should read what you're looking at.
More for your dollar. Creamy peanut butter. CO.
There you go. It read it. And that's how you read barcodes and products at the store. Alright, so what is a big problem we have when we go to the stores and we want to purchase something? Cash. Our banknotes. The dollar bills, y'all. We don't know what they are half the time. We have to have a system of 5s and 1s and so forth. Well, I'm telling you, with the ORCAM device, you can say goodbye to that and bring back the normalcy of full vision when you had a whole wallet busting out of the seams full of cash. That wasn't me, but just imagine you were that person. So take a bill, which I have a 20 in front of me, in the same way I'm going to point at it and it's going to read it. I don't know if it's upside down or straight up because I have a hard time seeing cash. I really have to look at it. In certain bills I cannot see at all. But anyway, that's beyond the point. But what I'm trying to get to you is I can't tell if they're upside down or right side up. Good thing about the ORCAM is it's going to read it either way, and I have not had a problem with it reading a 1, a 5, a 10, a 20, so forth. It reads them all perfectly flawless. In fact, my wife will be there and I'll tell her, is that correct? And she'll say, yep, and it hasn't been wrong yet. So this is awesome. Out of the box, the ORCAM will be automatically, or should be automatically set up to detect banknotes automatically. Me, I took it out of the system to save the battery of the device, but if you are like me and you're connected to an external battery pack, say you're at a job that's 8 hours and you want it to last that long, well, that's what the battery pack's for, and you don't need to take those automatic things off. However, it is going to put more strain on that battery pack, and yes, you may lose time with that battery pack. So I like to save and conserve the battery use, so less time plugging things in. So let me demonstrate the bill and the banknote. I'm just going to put it in front of me. It's going to see my fingernail.
$20.
And it reads it. Now I'm going to flip it over.
$20.
Now I'm going to go to the other side.
$20.
Flawless, people. That's how you read a banknote. Okay, everybody. We're going to do color recognition. So yes, the ORCAM can recognize certain colors and it can determine them, but not flawlessly. Lighting has to be perfect. And that can be hard for us if we are completely blind, or even if you're visually impaired like me, where lighting in general is always just at a dim state. So say for instance, if my family's in this room, they'll think it's brighter than I do. It's just something that's been since my vision loss and it hasn't gone away, and I've gotten used to it. So we're going to try to do colors. So I got a black and a white shirt right here, and I have some construction paper, and we could try doing one of them. And let's try this. We'll start off with the black shirt. Now, when doing colors, there's a certain way to do it. So just like pointing for text, you're going to point, and when you did text, you pointed, and when you heard the beep, you moved your hand. This time, do not move your hand. You're going to point at the color, and you are going to keep your finger there until it tells you the color. Now, I will note, if there's text around, it's going to try to read the text way before it reads the colors. So just be aware. But find a portion of the shirt where you think there wouldn't be any text. Put it up to your hand, point, hold it.
Black area.
Black area, there you go. You got it. Now we got a white shirt. Will it do white? Point and hold it. says gray area. Now, why do you think it says gray area? My personal opinion is because determining on the lighting, you got the shade that's coming around the room and so forth. So I'll try one more time. I'll keep it as flat in my hand as possible. Try to keep my fingers where there's no shadows or anything. Well, I mean, I'm going to try. And let's try one more time.
Gray area.
Gray area. Well, we tried. So that's firsthand you seeing that it is not easy to do colors with the ORCAM, just like I told you in the review. We're going to try one more thing. It's a piece of construction paper, and I'm going to put it in front of me and try to determine. Point, hold it.
Violet blue area.
Violet blue area. So I'm assuming it's purple or purplish. So that was 2 out of 3. There you go, guys. So it's not a deal breaker, but it's not the greatest function on the ORCAM by far. But when you look at all the other things it does, it totally outweighs the con that the color recognition can give you. So that's how you do color recognition. Alright, so the ORCAM will also do something really cool, but before I tell you what it does, I'm going to tell you this. So wouldn't it be nice if you could point anywhere in your house and it's going to be able to tell you that this is that and that is this, you know, just like we do with some applications on phones. It doesn't do that. However, I don't put it past ORCAM company doing that with the next version of this device or an update on this particular device itself. But so what is cool is that I personally can add things into the ORCAM. So if I point at something that it doesn't know what it is, it will know because I put it into that system. So there's a way to do that. Now I will add, if you do point at people, say you're at a table and you're eating Thanksgiving dinner, and then you have an older lady in front of you, a younger boy, and an older gentleman. It's going to, you're going to point in their direction, it's going to say 3 people are sitting in front of you, and it's going to say literally an older woman, an older man, and a younger boy. That's pretty amazing. The ORCAM is pretty cool when it comes to that aspect. So let me show you how to enter something, a product, because it does product learning. So how are we going to do this? Well, we're going to tap. So remember I told you on the ORCAM itself, there's a tactile line in it. You're going to touch the center of the ORCAM on that line. You're going to tap and hold once. So when you put your finger on the side, just keep it there. You're going to hear beeping, and then it's going to say ready for product learning. And then the best part is the ORCAM is going to tell you itself what to do next. All the steps will be there for you. So I'm going to place my remote control in front of me. This is not entered into my ORCAM, but we're going to see together if it will do the job it's supposed to. So we're going to do it, and then we're going to listen to the directions it tells me.
Start new product learning. Please point at the product 3 times at different positions. Let's try again. Please point at the center of the product 3 times. For example, hold it once at arm's length, once closer, and then once against a different background. Done with this side, you may point 3 times at another side of the product or stop now.
Stop now.
Thank you. Please name the product after the beep.
Remote.
Remote. Touch to confirm adding the product. Swipe to record again, or double tap. Learning done. Product added.
So, as you can see, I added it. And at the end, I had to cut it short because I didn't want to be too long. It asks you could swipe again so you can rename it or, you know, redo the title of it, or you can stop and cancel completely, so forth. But let's see, does it recognize it? There you go. It recognizes it as a remote. So that is product learning. All right, everybody. And lastly, we got face recognition. And the ORCAM does a really great job with that. So I'm going to demonstrate how to do that right now. So what you're going to do is you're going to face the person you want. And they're going to be about 2.5 feet away or 3 feet. And you are going to just take your index finger and place it on the center of the ORCAM device on the tactile line. So try to get the middle, and it will all take care of itself because the ORCAM will tell you exactly what it needs to do for the process to be finished. So I'm going to demonstrate this now.
Face learning. Please keep holding the bar for up to 30 seconds. Please name the person in front of you after the beep.
Nathaniel.
Nathaniel. Touch to confirm adding person, swipe to record again, or double tap to abort. Person learned.
Now I'm going to just demonstrate that it works. Okay, so now you know how to enter faces into the ORCAM device. Now I wanted to show you how simple it is to catch the person you entered into the ORCAM itself. So if someone's in your peripheral vision or in front of you, the ORCAM is really good at catching them. So it will tell you. In fact, we've had to redo this take a couple times because it read them way too quick. So I have to take the glasses off and now I'll put them on, and then when I look at him, it'll tell me his name and it will know that he is in front of the camera. Also, you can set it in the settings for different durations, like 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. I have it set for 10 minutes. So here we go, demonstration.
Nathaniel.
And as you see, it knew Nathaniel was in front of me. That is an awesome thing when you can't recognize faces any longer. Alright, everybody. Well, that's the end of this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. The ORCAM does so many things, and I hope that if there's something you don't know how to do, you're going to come back to my videos to find out and see how to do it properly. There is an ORCAM channel on YouTube. You can go there. Also, I will put it down in the description page so that you can find the exact playlist on the ORCAM channel. And then also make sure you subscribe to my channel, make sure you hit the like button and hit the notification bell, and make sure you ring it for all notifications so that you can get the third video to this series, which I will be going through all the settings. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed it. Leave me a comment and I will see you again next week.